Hello, everybody. It's Brenda Miller from Stampin' Up. I'm a Stampin' Up demonstrator in Basking Ridge, New Jersey, and I go live every Wednesday afternoon Eastern Time. Um, and I share what I'm working on, or a special project, or a bundle, or just, something to hopefully teach you something new every week. So today I am going to be featuring our Timeless Arrangements bundle. I'm very excited about this bundle. I have a bundle class coming up this month, and I'm also going to be using this bundle in my other classes, so everyone will have an opportunity to play with it and use it. But so I've been creating all of the different cards for each of the classes, and so I just had to share something at least today to get you excited about it as well. I hold in-person classes and I hold Zoom classes where I send out the supplies. So if you have any interest in those, you can contact me or go to my website at brendamillersu.com. So without any further ado, let's go over to my desktop. And here we are. So this is the Timeless Arrangements bundle. So this is the stamp set, and you can see it has a ton of different sayings, and I just love that they're actually pieces. So you can see that this is exactly how they are. So they are individuals. So for example, you might want to put them together in different ways. So you could do thanks, and then you are so kind. Uh, Thanks from the bottom of my heart, and lots of others, and I'm not doing a very good job right now of telling you what they are, but you can definitely mix and match them, and that's the key. So I also love that it has these independent flowers, which sometimes are just so great to add to a sentiment or to make a background of leaves, depending upon other stamp sets that you might have. And these are very versatile. So I'm going to be showing just one way to use this today, and I'm sure we'll be using this again in the future. And then the really exciting part is the dies. Now I've separated them into two categories. They all come on one sheet, but I like to spread them out just because I need to be able to see what's what. So here we have the really fun dies, and these are unique because they have a little bar at the bottom, and you can see on each of these that there is a bar, and that allows flowers to be added to each of the bars. And then when you go to mount them on your card, you can just stack them and create a sentiment. So let me just quickly show you the card we're going to make so that you can kind of see what I'm talking about. So here we have, it's actually, of course, it's the one all the way on the bottom. It's actually this die cut out twice, and then each of these has an extra die that allows you to fill in. So let's say you put these together and it's not enough. You want to add in some more flowers. So this one goes with this goes with this, etc. So that's really fun about this. And I just want to point out one of these. You see, these two are kind of similar, right? But the big difference is this one actually has holes in the flowers. And I don't know, to me, that just seems a little bit, it's not something that I want to use, but here, I punched one, I die cut one out. See, it actually has holes in the flowers. So that's just a different look that you get. But I wanted to share that with you because they are very similar, but they are not the same, okay? They do have the holes. And then these are like sprigs, and these are leaves, and it's very fun. And then we have this other set, and these are the nice stitched rectangles that can be used for any of the different sayings. So they do come in different sizes so that the different sayings can fit in. And you can also, of course, turn it this way so that you get more of the sentiments in there. And then we have dies that cut out all the little pieces at the bottom. So you can see this one goes with this one. Oops, you couldn't see that, huh? That's not good. Okay, so this leaf goes with this one, and this flower goes with this. These bubbles are used for backgrounds. And then we have even the sprigs, 2 different sizes of sprigs, and then this has little, uh, I'm going to call them berries. I know they're not berries. I'm just not finding the right word. Anyway, so I wanted to share with you so you could see just how much you get in this set and just all the different fun sayings that you have to go with it. So I'm going to go ahead and just put these aside. And this is how I like to store my dies when they go with a particular stamp set. So let's go ahead and make this card. This is the one I showed you just a minute ago. You Make Me Smile, and it has the little flowers coming out. Now, I have to tell you, this is a very big trend in paper crafting. You'll see all different companies, and especially Stampin' Up! Has lots of different card designs where the sentiment has sprigs or something coming out behind it. Now, that's not really new, but it is new in the way that they've structured this stamp set that makes it very easy to do that. Otherwise, then, sometimes we pop in different leaves, and we've had several stamp sets that were good for that, but this one in particular really makes it very easy to get this look. So let's go ahead. So I just wanted to point out that I am using, again, because I love it, the Inked Botanicals Designer Series papers. I've used these the last several weeks, and I just can't get enough of them. Just made it easy. They're sitting all over my desk. I have scraps. So anyway, that's how that came to be. So I'm going to take a piece of thick, basic white cardstock and fold it in half and give it a good crease with my bone folder. And then I took a piece of basic white cardstock, another piece of basic white cardstock, and I die cut out the largest of the scalloped contours dies. So this is the scalloped contours dies. They were in the previous catalog, and I think the one before it too. And these are my go-to. Now, I don't often use this very largest size. It takes up almost the whole card. And that's not the only reason I don't use it. I have to be honest. Typically, when I make cards, I end up making 40 for my classes. That's the basic number that I use. And every time you die cut with this, you have to punch out all these little guys. They don't come out, mostly, they don't come out all by themselves. You can use a brush to brush them out, but I end up just poking them out. And so when I'm just making 1 or 2 cards, that's fine. But when I'm making 40, yes, that doesn't happen. And the reason you want to punch them out, it's important to do so, is that if there's paper stuck in here and you go to die cut the next one, sometimes you won't get, especially if you do it a couple of times, it won't be able to cut through the paper. So it's important to make sure that you punch out any excess paper that you have in there. But anyway, that's my little 2 cents on this particular one, but I do love, love, love these frames. I use them all the time. Okay, so now that we have that die cut out and it's very big, we're going to take some dimensionals, and I'm finishing up sheet. Yay! Everybody knows that I put out dimensionals. I use dimensionals all the time on all my cards. So I always have these partial sheets that are left over, and I get excited when I actually finish one so that I can throw it out and move on to another. My customers tend to get the fresh new sheets, and I get the leftovers. So anyway, so I just put 5 dimensionals on the back here, and I'm going to go ahead and center this on the card front best I can because I have a camera in front of me and it's hard to see sometimes. So I like that because you can actually, it gives a little more texture, and you can really see that, the detail on this particular die cut. Okay, so then I took a piece of the Designer Series paper that we just talked about, and I'm using this side. I don't know why, just decided to do so. And I measured the inside of this to be 4 3/4 this way, 3.5 inches this way. And so that's what this paper is cut to. And I'm just going to use some regular adhesive. This is my Stampin' Seal to put it on top of that. And that's just very basic. And just make sure if it has a proper direction that you put it on in the proper direction. And so there we go. So we have that on there and it fits perfectly. So now what I did is I took the die that I showed you before, but I'm going to show you again, just so that you can see. So I took this die, so it has the bar at the bottom, and it has the flowers, and I cut it out twice, 2 separate times, okay? And then I also did the one single one, okay? And that way it gives me an odd number of flowers. Now, you don't have to have an odd number of flowers, but odd numbers tend to be pleasing to the eye. And in this particular case, I'm not sure you would notice it so much, but you might. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and take these, and I'm going to just put adhesive, and I'm using the wet glue for this. This is why I don't like to use wet glue. Sometimes it comes out too fast. And I'm just going to go ahead and lay my first one down. And this is what I'm considering right side up, okay? Because the next one I'm going to do same exact thing, but I'm going to put it upside down. And watch what's going to happen. I'm going to just stack that right over the top. And you could put them, you could offset them if that works for you, whatever. And then I'm going to take this other little one and I'm going to put it on the top part. There we go. Probably a little too much. Hard to see again. And it doesn't really matter if it's underneath or in between. Yeah, you can see a little too much there and too much glue, but the flower, these are how you assemble the flowers, okay? So that is quite easy. And now let's move on to our stamp set. I took the stamp that says, "You make me smile." And this is a trick that I learned from somebody. I thought I might mention it. You make me smile. It's long, and I could have put it on my block this way and try to line it up. But for whatever reason, sometimes when I do it this way, it comes out a little bit crooked. And somebody advised me if you put it on an angle, it forces you to try to it forces your eye to see to make it straight. Okay, because we're going to just look right through and we're going to line it up that way. So I'm using my Calypso Coral ink for this. I'm going to ink up my my stamp, and on my rectangle, so this was the longer, thinner one, and I'm pressing it down. So I get the nice "You make me smile," and it is pretty straight. Okay, but that's how I got it straight. Now I'm also going to take my Petal Pink ink pad, and I'm going to use these sweet little flowers that come in the stamp set. And I'm going to actually stamp off. This is a light color, you can see, but it's even lighter when you stamp off because I don't want it to take over the sentiment, right? We want to make sure you can see the sentiment. And not that you couldn't if we used it at full strength, but I like the stamped off way better. Whoops, I got a full strength. Okay. That's because we're doing it live and that's what happens. All right, but you get the idea there. And then I'm just going to take some dimensionals again. I'm going to use 2, and I'm going to put it right over where the bar is on those dies that we just did, just like that. And you see that it's perfectly sized to cover it. I might want to scooch this over just a little bit to put it more in the center. And there you have it. So it's a pretty little card, very quick and easy to make, and using these flowers just makes it even simpler. Now I just used the white here, and I just want to show you another card that I made, and I just used multiples. So it's the same idea, same designer series paper for sure. I used a bigger block because I used some of the leaves. I've cut these out twice in Lost Lagoon. Then there's the Pool Party. These are little sprigs. I also did not mount them in the same order because what I did was I did 3 bars going up and 3 bars going down or upside down underneath here. And you can see here's the flowers with the hole punched out of them in the crushed curry. So This is 6 different, bars that were cut, 2 of each of 3 colors, and that's how I got that. But look at that, doesn't that look full? And it's just very, very trendy right now again, having all of these flowers in the background. Sometimes I like less is more for me, but a lot of times when you add a lot of color and pulling the color right out of the designer series papers, makes it super easy to do. So, and then I used 2 different colors ink and I put these together, and that's how I got my sentiment. So, uh, those are 2 cards that people will see in classes this month. I haven't decided what's in what class, so if that concerns you, please let me know. Uh, but again, I have my in-person classes on Friday the 14th and Saturday the 15th, and I have a Zoom class on the 25th, 26th, I think, and then the 27th is the class with the timeless arrangements bundle. If that happens to be a bundle that you have or you didn't get a chance to order it and would like to do so, I still can make room if you let me know by the end of the week. And that will allow us to get you the supplies in time for the class for the timeless arrangements bundle. But anyway, I wanted to share those cards with you. Now, I do have a couple of other things to talk about. Tomorrow is a big day at Stampin' Up. We have a couple of things launching. The first one is our online exclusives line is going to be expanded. So you'll notice in the online store starting tomorrow, there will be new products, a lot of holiday products, and I was told I was allowed to share, but this is my favorite new one, and those of you who know me will know why. We have not had a Hanukkah set in years, and I'm very excited. This is a screenshot that we were shown. So I took a picture of it and I cut it out. Anyway, so that is something to look forward to, whether you're looking for Hanukkah or other holiday items, and just some general items too. So it's always exciting to see the new online exclusives. Now, just be aware that they're all available only while supplies last. That's why they're not in a catalog. It's a way for them to, for us to get some new products out there in a timely manner and be able to sell them at the right times, even when they're not ready for publication, etc. So that is a big reason why we do online exclusives now. Now, in addition, the clearance rack is going to be updated tomorrow. And that's exciting because you never know what's going to be there. I have no idea what's on the clearance rack. Um, and I'm looking forward to seeing if there are some things that have since retired that I might want to stock up on or that I didn't get the first time around. So I highly recommend that you look at the clearance rack tomorrow. And then lastly, our bonus days are starting. Bonus days are anytime you spend $50 for every $50 you spend from tomorrow through the end of July, you will get a $5 coupon that can be used in the month of August, and that's for every $50. So if you spend $200, you get 4 coupons to be used on an order in August. So this is one of our most popular promotions that we offer every year, and it's always good for the summer too. And we have so many new things coming out. It's a great opportunity to buy some now and buy some later and save while you do it. So that will be starting tomorrow as well. If you have any questions on any of this, please let me know. And you can also go to my website at brendamillersu.com. And I think that's all I have for you today. So thank you for joining me, and we will see you next week. Same time, same place. Thanks a lot. Bye bye.